Everybody ready?
The click, we got
Ready. Mark it.
Got a bad feeling my baby's doing something wrong. Started out in the blues just simply because we were born into it. Our parents, when they first started, they had done like rock and kind of country rock. They had found the blues around when we were young children.
Grew up down south. We were listening to our dad's record collection, listening to a lot of Beatles and Zeppelin and things like that, and bands that had been influenced by the blues.
I joke that we have had muddy waters from the womb.
I've always considered what we do is just a continuation of our parents' a family business.
When you walked into the room, saw that look in your eye.
They live in and around Kansas City, and that's always been a big blues town.
You know, if you come from Kansas City, I think it gives you a leg up if you're playing rhythm and blues music.
And so it's really natural that they should come to it honestly.
I gravitate towards it because it's based on emotion, it's based on reality, it's based on not just pain and suffering, but joy, and it's raw and you can't fake it.
Lately, things don't seem the same.
There's really something special when siblings get together and start doing something creatively like this.
Danielle and I had already had careers, probably about 10 years in bands before we started playing together. And Chris had been playing for a while, and we really just kind of came together, decided to do something fun.
You know, there's an understanding in that probably goes beyond what most people get.
There's something about the harmony and convergence. It's a very special formula.
We go down to the river, jump into the water.
There have been a lot of changes in the band. Danielle had her baby in April of 2010, a beautiful young boy.
Seeing Chris progress so much over the last couple years, and Nick has as well, but just it's been in a different way. Like he sounds to me more like he's singing through his guitar rather than playing guitar.
Nick has become more solid. Every solo is good, some are great, and it's part of being confident. I think he's more confident now.
He's got a great Americana approach too with his dobro. He plays great dobro. Then, you know, I can get him to do something really quiet and say, let's turn all the grunge off the guitar and you just play little sweet stuff on the strings.
Chris is amazing. He's musically, you know, he's always been consistent, and he has really taken himself 3 levels over the last couple years.
He's like a rock, you know. I mean, he doesn't fiddle around. I look at him and he gives me a thumbs up, and I push record and they're done.
I've said, man, I wish he lived down the street. We'd spend some time together, you know. I would, you know, impart some secrets to you.
We were so young, and our hearts so wide.
When I saw him 6 months after the record had been released for the first time live again, I just saw them grow right into that. And they've grown even more since. And now we're making this next record. And they've grown in songwriting, they've grown in playing, the synergy is better.
What's different with this record? Well, first off, we're all going back into this process of making an album together, you know, as friends and knowing each other for a couple of years now. So, you know, we're a lot more comfortable with the atmosphere. We know what we're walking into.
And this record has better writing and a more gelled sound from the 3 of them, having played live so much and figured out who they are.
On my songwriting, I'm really trying to get out of the he did her wrong, she did him wrong, boy girl blues songs, you know, kind of stuff like that. So I'm really trying to branch out and write more from perspectives and just write more from life rather than just my personal experiences.
They seem much more comfortable with who they are and what they're trying to do.
It's going to be a little different in that it's just a little more evolved. You know, as an artist, you work hard and progress, and so every time you go into the studio, you get a little further along and looking at it from a new, more experienced approach.
I did their last album with them, and I can see a marked improvement just in a couple of years. Not that they weren't good then, they were, but they're just maturing as a group and as individual musicians.
The difference between this next Tough album and Wrong Side of the Blues is that I'm in a way better place in my life right now. I've always written about what I'm going through. It's always been honesty. This album, I've had time to heal, and I'm coming out of it, and I'm kind of seeing the light, and I'm seeing the silver lining, and I've got, and over the last 2 years, I've got a beautiful family, I've got a beautiful baby boy.
I think the story about them as a family is going to be a great story to be told and a great story to be heard.
A couple years ago, I thought she was a good singer. Now I think she's a fantastic singer. I really do. I worked with Etta James, so I know something about great women singers. And Danielle is a great female vocalist, let me tell you.
Yeah, I trusted you and I had your back. You turned on me and now that's a fact. Yeah, my baby feeling what my baby doing something wrong.
Nice.
My brother-in-law has a remote control.